The year is 1492. As the late Middle Ages draw to a close, Europe stands on the brink of a new era, one of discovery and radical transformation. On the Iberian Peninsula, the Reconquista has just concluded, uniting Spain under the Catholic monarchs, Queen Isabella I of Castile and King Ferdinand II of Aragon. This newfound stability and ambition set the stage for one of history's most consequential journeys, a voyage that would forever alter the course of human civilization and redraw the map of the world. It was a time of great change, and one man's audacious vision was about to become the catalyst for an age of exploration. At the heart of this unfolding drama was a Genoese navigator named Christopher Columbus. For years, he had tirelessly lobbied the royal courts of Europe with a revolutionary idea: to reach the rich markets of the East Indies by sailing west across the uncharted Atlantic Ocean. While most scholars of the time agreed the Earth was round, they drastically underestimated its size, making Columbus's proposal seem both dangerous and financially reckless. After being rejected by Portugal, England, and France, he finally found patrons in Ferdinand and Isabella. Captivated by the promise of immense wealth, new trade routes, and the opportunity to spread Christianity, they agreed to fund his daring enterprise, granting him 3 ships and a crew to venture into the unknown. In August of 1492, the small fleet, the Santa Maria, the Pinta, and the Niña, departed from the port of Palos de la Frontera. The journey was fraught with peril and uncertainty. As days turned into weeks with no sight of land, the vast empty expanse of the Atlantic began to weigh heavily on the crew. Morale plummeted and whispers of mutiny grew louder. The sailors, accustomed to navigating within sight of the coast, were terrified by the endless horizon and the strange phenomena they encountered, like the vast Sargasso Sea. Columbus, a skilled but stubborn commander, had to use all his powers of persuasion and even deception by keeping a falsified ship's log to quell their fears and maintain order, urging them ever westward into the vast blue void. After more than 2 months at sea, on the morning of October 12, 1492, a lookout's cry of "Tierra! Tierra!" shattered the tension. Land had been sighted. Columbus and his men had reached an island in what is now the Bahamas, which he named San Salvador. Believing he had arrived in the outer islands of Asia, he called the indigenous people he encountered Indians. This moment of first contact between millennia of independent development was a pivotal turning point in history. For the Europeans, it was the discovery of a new world filled with unimaginable possibilities. For the native Taíno people who greeted them, it was the beginning of an irreversible and often devastating transformation of their entire existence. The immediate impact of Columbus's return to Spain was monumental. His voyage ignited a firestorm of exploration, inspiring a wave of subsequent journeys that led to the European colonization of the Americas. New, lucrative trade routes were established, flooding Europe with gold, silver, and exotic new crops like potatoes, corn, and tomatoes, which revolutionized its diet and economy. However, this Columbian exchange also had a dark side. It brought catastrophic diseases to the Americas, decimating indigenous populations, and initiated centuries of conquest, exploitation, and the transatlantic slave trade. The voyage of 1492 did not just connect 2 hemispheres. It fundamentally reshaped global power dynamics, cultures, and ecosystems, creating the interconnected modern world we know today, with a legacy that remains complex and fiercely debated.